Elsbury? Chris, thank you for being here. Please state your name, tell us who you represent, and what your position on the bill is.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members. My name is Chris Elsbury. I am in-house general counsel for Cummings Electrical, and I am here both for Cummings and for myself for and in favor of House Bill 2024. First of all, I really want to thank Representative Romero for bringing this nail on the head. It's really nice to hear someone who has that personal experience when they're trying to explain their struggle. Cummings Electrical, we are a pretty large commercial industrial electrical subcontractor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm a lawyer for Cummings, but what I'm really here to do today is to tell a story about how this is a real-world application. I'd be happy to talk about the bill or law, but what I want to talk about first is a project called 1 Montgomery Plaza, which I may refer to as OMP from time to time. That was a project in Fort Worth, multi-story condominium complex that Cummings did the electrical installation on. We performed 100% of the project, complete building, right down to the shiny floors were waxed and ready to move in. And as soon as the building was complete, the bank foreclosed because for some months prior, the owner had not been paying or had somehow defaulted on his loan. We didn't know that. They'd never told us that. They let us go ahead and finish it because I guess the building's probably worth more if you foreclose it when it's complete. And just like that, Cummings lost $856,000 in retainage, 10% of the whole project. That's not all we lost, but that's what this bill focuses on, is just the retainage piece. There was more than that that was unpaid. You know, our last payment application wasn't just retainage. But that's what we're talking about. You know, we did that work. This is not an instance of we want a 10% lien on the building from day one. We want 10% of what we've already done. Completed work in place, earned unpaid retainage. Today, this morning, when I checked, Cummings has $9.9 million in earned unpaid retainage. It's work that's done, it's in. Sometimes it's being beneficially used, maybe just final completion hasn't happened. The lights are on, you know, the air conditioner's running, and we're just hoping that it's there at the end of the project. And this bill would let us at least get the lien on 10%. Seems like it should be all of it, but 10%. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but if I hired someone to do some work for me and I told them at the end of the day, I don't want to pay you, and they said, oh, just pay me 10%, it's fine, I'd be pretty pleased with that. The bank's really upset. And I don't really know why. I mean, I do money, right? But they have the lights. You know, Vice Chair, you said it's going to be hard for them to sell this in a foreclosure. Be a lot harder if we went and ripped all the lights out or you couldn't turn the power on, but we're not doing that. The building is probably worth a lot more now, actually, even with a 10% lien on it. Seems like it'd be worth a lot more after we did all that work. You know, I think what the representative talked about when he said the water is murky is true. I know we've been here on other bills. The bank says they pay the retainage. We say they don't. Who's holding it in trust like the law says? And I'm not sure, but I agree. It's not us. You know, we did the work. We pay our employees. We don't get to tell them we're not going to pay you because the bank foreclosed. We wouldn't even if we could, but we can't. We pay them their salary when it's due. We pay our, you know, material people. Sometimes it's pay if paid, and they lose their money on the end. But a lot of times it's not. We have to pay out of pocket. We can't get a giant, you know, GE generator supplier to give us a pay if paid contract. So we're financing this project, and then they keep the generator, the lights, and up to 100%, and we're asking for 10 of it. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them, but that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Members, do we have any questions? Thank you for your testimony.
May I have one more
Sure.
point? I just want to say I only talked about the One Montgomery Plaza project. This is not an isolated incident. We've had other projects, Dallas Proton Therapy, that was about a 200 million. Luckily, the lender forgot to secure their or perfect their lien, so we ended up still getting our money there, but could have been gone. So this is a real issue that's very broad, so it's not limited.
No, thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you for your testimony.